What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. So, we had the 10th anniversary Devstream today, and I'm just to let you know, if you did not watch this one, you are not missing out at all. It was pretty much just nostalgia about old updates, a little bit of new Soulframe gameplay. I think it's actually the first Soulframe gameplay ever showcased, and we'll put that on stream today, or on the screen today. And also, we got the 10th anniversary information. And yeah, there is going to be a double resource weekend. I thought they would never do those again after last year, but we got May 19th, the double resource weekend. So we're going to be going over all the stuff they talked about the Devstream, or rather the only important stuff they talked about the Devstream. Again, like I said, if you want to watch nostalgia, like going over old updates, go watch their stream. But if you don't want to be nostalgia from like updates from like 2018 or whatever, don't even bother watching it. There was nothing new on there. But let's get into it. So starting off with the biggest chungus of, as far as WARFRAME information is concerned, we have the 10th anniversary event starting out actually this upcoming week. So there's probably going to be a Dex Loki skin. We have like Dex Excal, Dex Wisp. I think there's like a Dex Rhino skin too. And I'm guessing, that's Loki, obviously, right? Unless we get Fem Loki, probably going to be Loki Dax. Now, as far as anniversary, like alerts and stuff like that, we're going to have multiple weeks. So this current week we're on right now, the week of the weekend of the 24th, starting on March 24th at 11 a.m. ET, there will be a double XP weekend. Actually, that will start at 2 p.m. I take it back. So the alerts start at 11 a.m., and the boosters are going to start at 2 p.m. Good to know exactly when they end. But yeah, so we'll have, for the first week, a Excalibur Dex Noggle, Smoking Body Ephemera for some reason. I guess people have a hard time farming that or something. Excalibur Dex Skin, and an Aura Forma. So if you don't have the Smoking Body Ephemera, it doesn't say Blueprint, so that's usually a Stalker drop. You can get that pre-built. That's pretty nice. It used to be relatively rare back in the day. On the second week, starting April 7th, we will have the Dex Cerberus and the Lyset Dex Skin. And that weekend, April 7th, April 10th, will be a double credit weekend. And we've actually got a couple double credit weekends. So if you can't make the first one, don't worry about it. Moving on to the third week, the week of April 21st, we have a double credit weekend. There's 3 double credit weekends in a row. But on April 21st, we'll have the Dex Furus and the Dex Raksaka armor. And also the Excalibur Dex Glyph with a double credit weekend on April 21st through the 24th. And a third double credit weekend on May 5th with the Rhino Dex Skin and the Dex Dakra from alerts. The final week is going to be the week of May 19th, and it's going to, the alerts are going to be going from May 19th to June 2nd, but this double resource booster weekend will be May 19th to May 22nd. So, basically, since Steel Essence got nerfed so much, it's going to be arbitrations all the way. Get your Ogress ready. Get your Saren Power, Strength, Invigoration ready. Get your everything ready. And yeah, also maybe upgrade your computer and turn your energy color to black so you don't blind your teammates. And get ready to farm some Vitus. So that's going to be the way to do it. Of course, you will still be able to farm other things in game too. But I'm likely to be going for the most meta farming strat areas for this. So I'll probably have a new updated arbitration video around this time, even though my old arbitration video is still relatively up to date. Ogress Punch Through doesn't really work anymore, unless you're the host. But again, I haven't done an arbitration in a couple months, so maybe the Punch Through doesn't work for the host anymore either. Alright, enough on the anniversary. So basically May 19th, save the date. It's going to be your double resource weekend. And there's pretty much no other big stuff happening with the anniversary. It's a little bit underwhelming if you ask me. But there will be more information at TennoCon about the 10th anniversary, apparently. Alright, moving on to Soulframe information, or rather Soulframe gameplay. Again, guys, there really wasn't much going on in this Devstream as far as new information. The most you're going to get is going to be from that hype website I just showed. It's going to be warframe.com/anniversary. So here is the first Soulframe gameplay ever shown, ever. So we go from the trailer just to this. So immediately off the bat, it's looking a lot like the Drifter. We're getting duviri update. It's looking a lot like the Drifter to me. That cave right there looks like it's straight out of duviri, honestly. And let's just take a look at how this goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it, as someone that was playing Elden Ring earlier this week, it's pretty much exactly how I feel. I'm comparing Elden Ring, the best of the best as far as these types of Soul games is concerned, at least with recent ones, to this. Now, I don't think it looks really that exciting. I find now it's very, very early. Keep this in mind. I don't even think this game will come out in 2024, honestly, which is why I'm wondering, why are we showcasing this like 2 years before release, probably, gameplay that does not look exactly... It's not really like selling me on Soulframe. I think duviri looks better as far as a FromSoft kind of Dark Souls kind of experience versus this. The blocking does not look great. Enemies standing still, getting staggered by the sword. Like, that sword hit just looked bad. That kind of basically just like walking in place right there. I don't think it looks very impressive personally. But of course, this is very, very early. It's just like one area with some barrels in it. Every enemy is basically the same. But yeah, I literally was just playing Elden Ring earlier this week, so I pretty much have a very high standard right now. And if this game's coming out in 2024, it needs to actually show us why it's worth playing. Show me why Soulframe needs to exist. What is so good about Soulframe that makes it stand out against all the other types of these games out there? Because this is not exactly a uncommon game genre nowadays. Now, it does look higher budget than probably, like, I'd say, like Lords of the Fallen or Mortal Shell, those types of, like, not exactly low-budget games, but not exactly, like, mid-tier or high-budget. I'd say this is, like, a upper mid-tier kind of budget FromSoft-esque game. But remember, this will be free-to-play. This will be a free-to-play game with microtransactions just like WARFRAME. So, I guess, like, Elden Ring is technically not free, and this will be free. So there is that aspect to it as well. But I don't know. I was really hoping it was going to be extremely impressive and just get wowed by it, and I'm not wowed by it at all. I feel like if the gameplay was if this is so far in advance of when it's going to be coming out, they said they'll be showing a ton of Soulframe gameplay at TennoCon. I think they personally should just waited until TennoCon, like 5 months or whatever it was going to be. TennoCon's in August. We're in March right now. 5 months more of polish after this, and I would have been wowed. I'm like, okay, wow, Soulframe is looking really good. Instead of right now, I feel like Soulframe is not looking as good as I was hoping, and I'm actually less hyped for Soulframe after watching this gameplay trailer, unfortunately. And not even a gameplay trailer. This actually was live gameplay done on their stream. They even said this is a bad idea. I would agree this was a bad idea to show this. I'm trying not to be overly negative. I feel like this was not a good first impression. What was the big rush? Why did we need to have Soulframe gameplay in March of 2023? If you were already planning to do it in August of 2023, I feel like that would have been a better first impression personally. So that's your Soulframe gameplay. Now, like I said, there really wasn't much to go off of here. We had some, I almost said Elden Ring. We have a new Dax Drifter skin, which will be coming out around TennoCon. I just can't find the timestamp for that. This is also going to be the new Oro Worm boss fight. It's going to be a 2-part fight, and they should show a little bit of it. Think of it like Shadow of the Colossus. You're going to latch onto those like big like vent things, I guess, on the side of it, while also parrying these fireballs on the way over. You're going to latch onto these vent things, and that's going to be part of how you destroy the Oro Worm, apparently. But yeah, there will be a new Dax Drifter skin at TennoCon, apparently, which is going to be designed by Liger, the person that designed the Nezha Deluxe, which a lot of people do like. So yeah, jumping on there like kind of like Castlevania Lords of Shadow or Shadow of the Colossus, jumping on the side of it, destroying the shield generator or whatever, and then that looks kind of fun. That looks relatively fun, so I think that looks good. Like, this is looking very impressive. And just like we had this next to the Soulframe gameplay, which is why I'm being very critical of the Soulframe gameplay. Also, it is very, very early on Soulframe, and they've been working on duviri for who knows how long. And it will likely be out in April. Speaking of duviri and all that releasing in April, they did not announce the release date for duviri, but they did say there will be a Reddit AMA sometime in April where they will announce the release date for duviri at that AMA. But they did not give a date for the AMA. Also, you can buy TennoCon tickets for the physical event on April 5th as well. So that's going to be basically your entire Devstream, guys. I probably feel like I'm exaggerating. I'm really not. It was pretty much mostly this. Like them talking about the old updates, like here's some old star chart stuff. If you want, if this is stuff that the stuff that you'd be interested in, you got a lot of that in here. You got about an hour-ish of this kind of stuff showing old updates, etc., etc. So, as far as, a current update to the game, knowing what's going on, it's not the best. I kind of wish that we had, the actual duviri release date announced today. I don't know why it has to be in April. But the fact that the AMA announced the duviri release date will be in April makes me think that duviri will be, mid to late April. if the AMA is going to be like, talking about the duviri release date and all that, we will likely get the the actual release date. I'm guessing like March, or rather like April, like 20th, like that kind of range. Late April, whenever that will be. So don't expect duviri very early April, unless they just like announce the release date like 2 days before it comes out, which does sometimes happens with Warframe. But either way, guys, hopefully you found the video enjoyable and helpful. I'm hoping that Soulframe gets polished up a lot, and also like honestly just like in general, it just looks more exciting when they show us more of it in August. But yeah, duviri is looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to it in April, and I will see you guys in the next video. There will probably be a rant video later this week about Prime Access, and I have a very special April Fool's video on the way too, so keep an eye out for that one. Hope you guys found this video fun. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Peace!